Today, December 18th, reading from the Phillips Seminary 2020 Advent Devotional is written by Sandy Shapoval, and it is titled Dance with Joy. They have us reading 2 Samuel chapter 6, verses 12 through 19. That reads as follows. It was told King David, "The Lord has blessed the household of the Obed-Edom and all that belongs to him because of the ark of God." So David went and brought up the ark of God from the house of the Obed-Edom to the city of David with rejoicing. And when those who bore the ark of the Lord had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed an ox and a fatling. David danced before the Lord with all his might. David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. As the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, daughter of Saul, looked out of the window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, and she despised him in her heart. They brought in the ark of the Lord and set it in its place inside the tent that David had pitched for it, and David offered burnt offerings and offerings of well-being before the Lord. When David had finished offering the burnt offerings and the offerings of well-being, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of hosts and distributed food among all the people, the whole multitude of Israel, both men and women, to each a cake of bread and a portion of meat and a cake of raisins. Then all the people went back to their homes. It's the word of the Lord for the people of God. Thanks be to God. Sandy highlights from that 2 Samuel 6:14 through 15, which reads in the Common English Bible translation, David, dressed in a linen priestly vest, danced with all his strength before the Lord. This is how David and the entire house of Israel brought up the Lord's chest with shouts and trumpet blasts. Sandy writes, on a brisk, sunny morning last January, our assembly of jet-lagged seminary students passed underneath the dung gate of Jerusalem, emerging in awestruck joy within the walls of Old Jerusalem. The sacred geography pressed me with its weight of time and managed to give me a strange kiss of responsibility and challenging whisper. What will you do with this place? Thousands of years before our moment of awe, David, fresh from victory against the Jebusites, makes his ingenious political move to denominate David, Jerusalem, as a neutral seat of his government. Unlike our entrance, his entrance is made with tremendous fanfare, dancing, music, and holy sacrifices. David is dressed in priestly garb, representing his role as king priest, leading the seat of Yahweh, the mobile God, into this place selected for what will be its unifying role for the people of God. Yahweh seems to have had to consider being ready for domestication, having killed an attendant in a twitchy moment a few months beforehand. But the partnership now becomes settled, and the people are celebrating this new relationships beginning as expressively as possible. God is here among the people, kindling joy within them and their new experiment in kingship. Jerusalem is still resplendent with sacred celebration. Christian bells, Muslim calls to prayer, and Jewish chants intermingle in constant calls for respite and unity with God. Dance and be joyful as the holy story continues. Thank you, Sandy.